I'm going to let you know of 3 golden businesses to launch in Africa right now in 2023. It's time for we, the African business people, to stop being passive and become very proactive while doing business. I'm Elvin Jake and you are watching Africa Today. That said, let's go to the first business you could launch in Africa in 2023. This has to do with a lot of proactivity. I'm actually talking here about the website or app development business. You don't necessarily need to master coding to do this, okay? Gone are those days where you will sit at the back of your desk and just produce some flyers and share to people to know what you are doing, okay? Nowadays, there's a new way of going about websites and app building. And I am going to walk you through that right now. But before we do that, please endeavor to subscribe to the channel if you find value in this video. Now, the new approach to website building and app building is actually to go to existing firms' websites or companies' websites and check what they have there already. You guys know in Africa, lots of people deal with mediocrity. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the truth. Lots of people don't really put effort in what they do, and they deal with a lot of mediocrity. All you need to do is to go to any company's existing website and evaluate what their website looks like actually right now. And you go and develop something more appealing, more updated, more aesthetically pleasing, and more organized, and reach out to those companies with like 20% of the work done already and present it to them. There they have a concrete, beautiful, updated website right before them, and it makes things easy for them to decide whether they are going to hire you to develop their website for them if they don't have any, and if they have one, they could easily hire you to update it for them, okay? It's easier that way. Come to think of it, you looking at a practical example of how beautiful and updated your website or app could look like compared to the sketchy thing you had before. Wouldn't it be easy for you to just hand over the project to the person right there in front of you, other than if that person had just sent you a flyer letting you know that they could build a website for you? How interesting is that? So the trick is actually reaching out to your target companies and just simply proposing to them that you can offer something better to them, be it their app or their website. And trust me, it will work, okay? And also, the good thing about this business is that you don't necessarily need to master coding to do this, okay? Let me tell you exactly how to go about it if you have no clue of how to develop a website, all right? Nowadays, there are countries that are well known to have good developers who are very, very affordable. Countries like Morocco, Tunisia, and South Africa offer very, very good web developers who are not expensive at all. So basically, the idea is to sort out coders, okay? If you aren't good at coding or you don't know anything about coding, you could simply sort out developers to do that for you, okay? You could sort out coders or web developers at Fiverr or the countries I just cited and have a deal with them. You basically be like the middleman, bringing the customers and giving them the project to do it for you, and you pay them and have your own share, all right? It's as easy as that. So the good thing with this business is that you don't necessarily need to master coding to do it, all right? The second golden business to launch in Africa in 2023 is actually creating a digital marketing center. You know, in Africa, most entrepreneurs or businessmen are mostly people of 40 years and above. That's the old school men, as we call it here in Africa. And most of them aren't really versed with the digital world. So most of them usually use flyers to advertise their business or go to TV stations to advertise their businesses. And you guys know all those things are old school right now. So here's the trick. What you need to do is simply set up a digital marketing center wherein you come up with a structure of how you could advertise their businesses for them on your platform and just simply reach out to those people. So you just need to target a couple of companies, and the perfect target audience here is actually sole proprietors who have their little companies or little businesses who don't really have a visibility. So all you need to do is get closer to them and offer your services to them. Let them know that with the little cash they have, you could promote their business for them. You could give them some visibility, okay? And at a cheaper rate than them going to the TV stations where they spend lots of money and don't really have an audience, because we know that most people right now go to the internet for almost everything. People don't watch a lot of TV nowadays, so going to advertise your business on TV is more of a waste of money. So you explaining that to them, they would be more than happy and very, very grateful that you even reached out to them in the first place. And obviously they are going to hire your services for you to promote their business on your platforms or whatever canal you use to do so. So basically what you are doing is simply setting a successful online business, be it on YouTube or whatever media you might want to, Facebook, whatever media you choose to, or is it a website that you have, or wherever you could promote their businesses, and let them know that you could do that for them, okay? Also let them know that with the online or digital method of advert, they are going to have the advantage of targeting the right audience for their business. You guys know on Facebook or YouTube, you have the possibility of targeting a particular type of audience, all right? Especially on Facebook or websites, you could specify the ages you want to target, the gender you want to target. So it's much more profitable for any business owner to use your online services or your digital platform to gain visibility, and not only any type of visibility, to gain visibility from their target audience. Hope you are gaining something from this video so far, and please do well to subscribe already if you are finding value in this video. Thank you for doing so. Let's now go to the third golden business to launch in Africa in 2023. We are talking here about a daycare center. Right, you got me right. A daycare center is very, very profitable right now in Africa. The reason is simply because, unlike before where in the African homes, the workers were mainly the men and the women stayed at home to cater for the kids. Right now in Africa, more and more women are getting into the corporate world. More women are leaving their homes alongside their husbands every morning to go to work. And consequently, they need someone to take care of their children. And also right now in Africa, it's not really easy to get nannies like before. So most African couples have no other option than to look for a daycare where they could keep their babies. And more African companies also have understood the importance of having daycares around their offices. This is how it functions. Most young couples are going to be needing a daycare that is in proximity to their workplace, or in other words, that's not far from their workplace. So you're targeting a place that has a couple of companies or firms or whatever, and establishing a daycare center there, you are going to make lots and lots of money in Africa, okay? I remember when I just got married to my husband and we were workers. We actually needed a daycare for our baby, and it was actually a huge need in my vicinity because almost all the women in that area needed a daycare, and almost all vicinities right now in Africa have companies around. So you establishing a daycare anywhere where 2 to 3 companies exist that has lots of young couples around, you are going to make lots and lots of money. Another advantage is that most people rent houses not far away from their workplace. So it's often a good deal for workers to have their job site and their kids' daycare center all in the same vicinity, if you get what I mean. And you guys know catering for babies isn't an easy job, and consequently it's very, very expensive, all right? So all you need to do is get a good piece of land of at least 1,000 meters square and get the authorization of the mayor, and you are good to go. So hope you've jotted down everything you would need to become the next millionaire in Africa by doing any of these 3 golden businesses I just talked to you about, or why not all of them? For that's very possible, right? Thanks for watching this video, and please make sure to subscribe to Africa Today, as I will see you on my next one.